Y'all know I work out every day. When it get close to the season, I work out twice a day. So I work out at like 8 in the morning and then again at like 4 o'clock. And this gym that I work out at, it's football players, but then like there's certain days where we have UFC dudes come in, like MMA dudes, and we do boxing and stuff, we spar with them, whatever. So it's this one guy in there, and just the other day, me and him were the first ones in there. So I get there early, do some stuff, whatever. And he was in there. So he was like, Q, man, let me holler at you for a second. So I'm like, man, what's up? He was like, man, you different. So I'm like, what you mean? He was like, nah, like I ain't trying to, you know. He was like, man, you just different like than everybody else. Like, when you coming in here, he was like, you know, I've been watching you for a little minute. And he was like when they get involved in certain conversations, you don't say nothing, you know what I'm saying? You just observe everybody. Like, I ain't never heard you cuss. He was like, man, what's up with you? Like, he was like, man, what's up with you, man? You different, bro. Like, I was like, I'm saved. He was like, that's what it is. He was like, man, you carry yourself different. He was like, not to badmouth anybody else, but man, you stand out. Like, you know what I'm saying?
Look at God.
You different than everybody else. So he was like, man, I grew up in the church, you know, my mom be talking to me and stuff. But he was like, man, I ain't gonna even lie, it's hard, bro. Like, and I told him, bro, I know exactly what you're talking about. He was like, yeah, but you make it look easy. I was like, trust me, it ain't easy for nobody. Yeah. You know what I'm saying? I said, the same battles that you fight, I have to fight. Yeah. I said, when you see a woman walking down and she looking good, I have to fight them same battles. You know what I'm saying? I was like, when you get saved, your eyes don't get closed. You know what I'm saying? I'm serious. Like, your eyes don't close when you get saved. Nowadays, like, people don't respect marriage. So even if they see a ring on your finger,
preach on today,
they still trying to talk to you. You know what I'm saying? So I told him, like, it ain't easy. You know what I'm saying? With this walk. So he was like, man, all right, let me ask you this then. Like, you run these dudes all the time. Like, how do you do it? I was like, how do I do what? He was like, well, how do you keep following Christ? I said, I stay on my knees. He was like, I pray too. I said, do you pray or do you talk to God? He was like, there's a difference?
Wow.
I said, yeah, you was raised in the church, right?
Wow.
He was like, yeah, man. So I was like, how do you pray? He was like, man, I feel like every time I pray, I'm asking God for something. You know what I'm saying? So I was like, well, you see how me and you talking? He was like, yeah. I said, that's how you pray. You talk to God, you know what I'm saying? Like you talking to me. He was like, is that simple? I was like, yeah. I was like, but when you talk to God, after you done talking, chill for a minute and let God talk to you. He was like,
that's good, bro. Yeah.
Man, he was like, I never thought about it like that. So he was like, what you be praying about?
Yes, sir.
So I said, it just depends. You know what I'm saying? I said, it depends on what I'm going through at the time. He said, so what should I pray? I said, what you looking for? He said, man, I read my Bible and like, it's some stuff I get and then some stuff I don't get. I said, well, pray for understanding and wisdom. He said, what you mean? I said, just like you telling me, you know what I'm saying? There's some stuff you don't understand. Tell God that. God, you know what I'm saying? I'm trying to seek your face. You know what I'm saying? I'm reading your word. But there's some things I don't understand. Show me exactly what you mean by this. Give me your input on this. Give me your take on this. You know what I'm saying? What do you say? What do you mean when you say, you know what I'm saying, love people the way that you loved us? Like, ask God for his wisdom. You know what I'm saying? Some of the greatest advice I ever got, I don't know if you remember this, a couple of years ago, Bishop came out, you know, he come to a couple games every year. And he was like, we was just talking, it was probably Monday night. And we was just in the house, just chilling. And he was like, man, my prayer for you is to get God's viewpoint in everything that you do. And like that may sound like, okay, whatever. But like I was telling my homeboy, his name Tate, I'm like, man, you saying that you believe God put you on this earth for a reason, right? He was like, yeah. So I was like, so you feel like you got purpose in life, right? He was like, yeah. I was like, well, talk to God, first of all, and ask God, what's his purpose for your life? So he was like, man, you can do that? I was like, yeah, God created you. Who else supposed to let you know what your purpose is? I said, think about Adam in the garden. I said, how many animals did Adam name? He said, all the animals. I said, where do you think he got that wisdom from?
That's good.
He said, God taught him that? I was like, yeah. I was like, Adam met with God every day in the garden. So God didn't just drop Adam on the earth and say, have at it. He would have been lost. Or he would have had to try to figure things out, make a mistake here. Oh man, that didn't work. Try this here, that didn't work. No, you talk to God.